Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 6 of What If Naruto Was Given a Second Chance. Remember to get this one to 300 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Learned the Clone Secret in the beginning, and enjoy that guys. And also later on I'm going to be posting What If Naruto Got His Memory Sealed Away. So stay tuned for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And also I'm going to be posting on this channel What If Naruto Was the Osusuke King. So stay tuned for that as well guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Begin the intro. So, the last time we left off, Naruto woke up with a splitting headache, as he woke up to hear someone call him Kabuto Hatake, as he then was contacted by the Kyuubi, as Kurama told him that he kept pumping chakra through his system, so he will stay in a transformed state, as Naruto was grateful to Kurama for that. As he woke up to see the woman, Aika, he asked if they had slept together but she said no, he was just so unconscious and she couldn't wake him, so she brought him to her house. As Naruto thanked her for that, she then started asking questions. She was trying to get to know him. And really not hearing, Naruto released his hand. A few seconds went by as Naruto was running out of the house, as various house supplies were being thrown at him, as he cursed back at the woman and left. As the Kyuubi decided to help him out a bit by sending a fluctuate of his chakra through his system that burned out all the toxin out of Naruto, clearing his head. Arrived in the Hokage's office as he was stopped by envoys. As Yujiro was there, she came back in the morning after her mission looking for him, and she couldn't find him anywhere. As she asked him where he was, she then smelled liquor on his breath, as he told him that he went out to get a drink by transforming. She then started to beat the living crap out of him, as Sarah told Bisai, she was like his mother in a lot of aspects. As after that, Naruto said that if he can go home and change, seeing that he has a test today. After going home and shower, as he got out of the shower and get ready, he was stopped. As Yujiro was sitting there, she hugged him. She was a bit upset because when she came and couldn't find him at all, she searched every training ground. As she told him next time, well, there isn't going to be a next time because he will never drink. He's too young. As she warned him with a glare. Despite everything, Naruto was grateful for her, so he didn't really curse at her or say anything else. Arrived in the training ground, as Kakashi arrived there as well, as he showed them the bell and told them to come at him with the instinct to kill. As Naruto knowing this situation, he quickly went to go and find Sasuke and Sakura, as he had to drag Sasuke along and tell him the real reason of his test was teamwork. Sasuke wanted to pass and didn't want to go back to the academy, so he decided to work with the dope for now, as he took on Kakashi. As Naruto told the Kyuubi to send a portion of his chakra to his legs, putting on his mask, he activates Sage Mode. As he moved off with a blur of speed that surprised Kakashi as he smashed into him. Kakashi was surprised when he saw Naruto holding up the bells, as Naruto had grabbed it without him noticing. Kakashi also saw something alarming in Naruto's eyes, as he shook his head because those couldn't be. As Naruto ended up giving Sasuke and Sakura the bells, after finding out that they knew the real reason of the test and how well they worked together, Kakashi decided to call it, as they were now officially Team 7. 2 weeks passed after that as they've been doing nothing but D-rank missions, as Naruto came out to see Hayate and Yujiro. He told the both of them if they're gonna have sex, they can go at their own house, as Yujiro, blushing in embarrassment, asked if he heard that, as he told them that they were too damn loud, and they knew that they didn't live here, right? And with that he left the house. As they went to get their mission briefing after catching Tori the cat, Sasuke wanted another mission. He wanted something worth Uchiha's time. As Sarutobi asked Kakashi, who just nodded. So they got Tazuna. As the man came into the office, Naruto knew that if he said anything, he wouldn't be able to help Inieri or his mother, so he kept his mouth shut for now. Meanwhile, Goto was hiring Zabuza and Haku, as Goto had hired someone else that made Zabuza turn, as Zabuza wasn't fond of this person. So yeah guys, that was basically let's put that off. You guys can switch across the village and check out for yourself. So what do you say we begin this new episode? Naruto finally made his way home, as Kakashi told him to pack for a long-term mission for at least a month, seeing that they were going to stay there and protect Tazuna as he built a bridge. As he went through his gate, coming up on his house, arrived at the door, he could see that Yujiro and Hayate was still here. As he made his way inside, the first thing he heard was giggling. As he entered, he arrived in the living room and saw the both of them on his couch, as neither of them noticed him yet, as they were lost in their own little world. As she had a blanket over her, as Naruto could clearly tell that she wasn't wearing anything under that, and he was lying down on the couch. A frown came on Naruto's face. Yet again, they didn't know that they didn't live here, right? A devious smirk came to his face as he walked back outside. A few seconds later, Yujiro placed her head on Hayate's chest. He coughed a bit. You know, you really need to get that checked out. I mean, for as long as I've known you. I mean, when you were younger it wasn't that bad, but you've been coughing for a long time now. You're probably right, he said. Her sweat dropped. You mean, you didn't think of getting that checked yourself, she asked. As she heard him didn't say anything at all, she sighed. We should really get dressed before Naruto come back. I thought you said the kid was going to do a bunch of D-rank missions. Well, yeah, but what if he'd come back early or something? He grabbed onto her. Well, we can at least go one more time, he said. As she giggled. Alright, fine, she said. But you have to make it a quickie, okay? The both of them heard a throat clearing. As the both of them lifted up their head, their eyes went wide to who they saw. Well, the numerous amount of people. Hokage-sama, said Yujiro. As Hayate looked over, wondering what the hell was going on, because standing there was a Hokage, Jiraiya, and every single clan head. As Shikaku stepped forward. Alright everyone, you can come inside. The show is about to begin, he said. As that made Yujiro and Hayate pale, she quickly grabbed the towel and wrapped it around herself. What is going on, she said, as her face was red like a tomato, as Hayate put on his boxers, getting up out of the couch. Sarutobi stepped forward, a smile on his face. I do believe that we came for a show. So, get down to it, he said, and that's an order from your Hokage. The both of them were too shocked to do or say anything as their mind couldn't comprehend what is going on. Say cheese. The both of them turned, as Naruto was standing there as he took a picture. As he looked at the dumb look on two of their faces, he looked over at the clones, as the clones reverted back to normal, coming out of their transformation. Yeah boss, you were right. That was really priceless. You can see the dumb looks on their faces. Yeah, I told you it would be fun, said Naruto. Alright, you guys can go now, he said, as all of them dispelled. You know kid, said Hayate. That had me going there for a moment. Yeah, that's what you get, said Naruto. I have told you guys numerous times. You don't live here. So, for the love of God and all that is holy, stop having sex in my house, said Naruto. It wasn't what it... Yujiro then sighed. I'm sorry, she said. I'm not gonna bother giving you a stupid excuse because I know you're not an idiot. Damn right, said Naruto. So why are you back so soon, kid? Hayate asked. Oh, I got my first C-rank mission out of the village. Huh? Already? Said Yujiro. She was surprised. Usually it took months for ninjas to get C-rank missions, but it was just 2 weeks. Are they sure you guys are ready for that? She asked. You don't have anything to worry about, said Naruto. We're just gonna be dealing with a couple of bandits. We're going towards the hidden wave. As Hayate narrowed his eyes. You know, I heard that place has really gone downhill lately. I heard that there was a lot of thugs around that part. Yuji got a worried look on her face. Naruto, don't worry, Naruto said, I'll be fine. I know what you're gonna ask, so don't bother. I'll watch out for myself, and plus my teammates are gonna be there. Regardless, some of them are useless, but Kakashi Sensei is gonna be there, and I'm sure he won't let anything happen to us. She came over to hug him, but Naruto stepped back. What's wrong? She asked. as Naruto looked at her up and down. "You really gonna ask that?" he said. She blushed in embarrassment, realizing what she was just doing, as she ran off to the bathroom. Hayate shook his head. "You know, kid, she's right. Watch yourself out there. This world's a dangerous place after all." "And I am a very dangerous person," Naruto said. And with that he walked off, leaving behind Hayate. Despite there being numerous bathrooms in the houses, he decided to go to the one that Yujiro just went to, with a smug smile on his face. An hour later, Naruto arrived at the gate. As he saw, Sakura and Sasuke were there. Tazuna seemed to have sobered up a bit, as he wasn't drinking anymore. As Naruto figured the man must be still worried, thinking that he's not telling the truth about the real mission. As he walked up to them, "Naruto Haruno, reporting for duty," he said. Sakura glared at him. "That's not funny," she said. "It is to me," he said to her. As Sasuke didn't say anything. "So where's your Jonin sensei? Is he always this late?" asks Tazuna. "Well, he's usually 3 hours late, but I guess he's making it quick for once." As soon as he said that, Kakashi appeared. "Yo," he said. "Finally, sensei, you're here," said Sakura. "Well, you weren't that much late since Naruto just arrived as well." Kakashi's eyes smiled. "Well, you see, there was a black cat in my path, so I had to went around it." "You saw it as well?" said Naruto. "I was gonna be here earlier, but this damn black cat was on my step, so I had to take the back door and go all around Konoha." Sakura sighed. "You know, those excuses are really not funny." As Naruto looked at Kakashi, as the both of them chuckled. "Well then, shall we get going?" asked Tazuna. As Kakashi nodded, "Alright, Team 7, let's go." And with that, the team headed off. After a couple of hours of walking, "You know, it's a shame that you're not a ninja," Naruto said, as he looked at Tazuna. "Well, if I was, I would be able to protect myself on this mission," said Tazuna. "Oh, that's not the reason," Naruto said. "It's just that, if it was us traveling by normal means, we would have probably reached closer, but you're just really slow." "Ah, shut it, kid. I can't jump from tree to tree like you, but I am a master builder." "If you say so," said Naruto. "No, it's true," said Tazuna. "My work is really crafty. Did you know back in the old days, I craft a lot of house in Konoha?" "Oh really now," Naruto said. "No wonder why the houses in Konoha are so shitty." "What?" said Tazuna. As Naruto chuckled. "I'm just kidding," he said. "You know, it's much better to have fun and laugh instead of being all gloomy. Because when you just came you were drunk. We really didn't like you, but now, having fun and laughing is quite better, isn't it?" "I guess you're right," said Tazuna. As a guilty look then came on his face, as Naruto noticed that but didn't say anything. Kakashi was the first one to notice it. As he looked ahead, he saw a puddle. Despite rain not falling for a long while now, and the sun was out, there was a puddle right there. But he did not say anything as he wondered if his team would notice. Sakura was just looking around as her eyes landed on her Sasuke. Looking at Sasuke with a smile, she wasn't really paying attention. Sasuke didn't notice it either. As Kakashi saw that, he then turned and looked at Naruto. As Naruto was looking away, not really paying attention. As Tazuna was just looking around. He sighed, figuring that all three of them didn't notice. At least he thought Naruto would notice, given the boy's skills. But it seems like he was wrong. Sakura then noticed Naruto reach into his pouch. "What are you doing, Naruto Baka?" "Oh, just watch and see, bitch," he said. As she glared at him. "Stop calling me that." Then, "Stop calling me Naruto Baka," he said. She frowned. "Fine. What are you doing, Naruto?" she said. And I said, "Just watch and see." As Naruto pulled a kunai, he strapped on a paper tag to it. "What are you doing with that? You know you really ask too much questions. Can't you just be quiet and watch?" As Sakura just growled at him, Sasuke narrowed one of his eyes as he saw Naruto taping the explosive tag to the kunai. As Kakashi was also curious but he didn't say anything, as Tazuna watched. As they passed by the puddle, Naruto threw the kunai up into the air. As he walked past the puddle, Sakura's eyes went wide. "What if that goes off on us?" she said. As Naruto looked at her with a blank stare. "Just shut the hell up for once. I told you, be quiet." At that same moment, the Demon Brothers burst out of the puddle. They got the shock of their life when the kunai came down right in front of them. As Naruto held the one hand sign, the paper started to burn and exploded right in their faces. The explosion sent the both of them sailing back as they crashed violently on the ground. Kakashi was impressed. No, he was caught off guard and surprised. He thought that Naruto didn't notice it, but Naruto was already noticed and making a plan. It made him proud to see Naruto doing that. Sasuke grunted because he was surprised as hell, having gotten caught off guard so easily by that. He did not know what Naruto was doing until it happened. He was a Uchiha. How did he not notice that? Miyaizu looked over at his brother Gozu. As Gozu was unconscious, Miyaizu had a long cut running down his face as blood was leaking from it. He looked over at his brother. His brother was barely breathing, unconscious now. He clenched his fist tight as he got back to his feet shakily. He looked at Naruto to see the kid give him a smug look. "I'll kill you," he says. He dashed forward with tremendous speed. Kakashi was about to step in, but he saw Naruto reach into his pouch and throw a kunai up in the air. As the group just stood there and watched, Miyaizu looked up and saw the kunai was too far to do him anything. As he thrust forward his claw hand, Naruto tilted his body as the claw hand passed him. Miyaizu then spinned his body. As Naruto gestured back, Miyaizu then smiled as a claw shot forward as he was attached to a rope. Naruto tried to move fast enough, but he wasn't, as it scratched his arm a bit. Jumping back, Naruto pulled a kunai as he thrust it towards Miyaizu. Miyaizu chuckled. "You're gonna need a better aim than that if you want to beat me, kid." "And who said I was aiming at you?" said Naruto. Miyaizu felt a sharp pain in his back, as what Miyaizu didn't notice was that the kunai that Naruto just threw hit the first one that he threw and redirected right into his back. As Kakashi stood there with utter shock on his face, despite knowing that Naruto was a dope and an idiot and never was on his level as a Uchiha, Sasuke was impressed. He hated to think that, but he was impressed. As Sakura was just downright confused. How the hell did he do that? "Night night," said Naruto as he pulled one of his blades, as he then held it like a spear, but before he could throw it, his hand was grabbed by Kakashi. As Naruto looked up at him, "Wait," said Kakashi as he narrowed his one eye at Naruto. "These guys are missing names. Far too pricey to come after one bridge builder. We have to question them. Well, killing one of them won't make a difference," said Naruto, "and it will probably give the other one inspiration to talk even quicker." Kakashi was surprised. Despite everything, Naruto was just a kid, and for him to want to kill so easily, he thought that he would have to get that in their mind that they have to kill to survive in this world. But Naruto was ready to kill at any moment notice, and that caught him off guard. But he shook his head. "We will question them for now. This one is still awake. It seems like you did a real number on the other one. He's out cold." "I suppose you're right," said Naruto, as Kakashi released his hand as he sheathed his blade. Naruto reached into his pouch and pulled out ninja wires as he threw it towards Sasuke. "Hey, do something useful." Sasuke grunted and glared at Naruto dangerously as Kakashi grabbed Miyaizu and thrust him towards the tree as he hit into it hard. Picking up Gozu, he put him against the tree as well as Sasuke tied them up. Kakashi then looked over Naruto. "These are Kirin ninjas, the demon brothers." "Yeah," said Naruto. Kakashi looked at him. "What do you mean?" "Oh, I know them from the bingo book." As Naruto looked at them, "It's strange to have them here though. But I know what you mean by that. Kirin ninjas are usually potent in poison. So this is probably infected with poison, right?" "But Kakashi-sensei," said Sakura, "do you know any medical ninjutsu?" "Oh, not really," said Kakashi. "But then, does that mean Naruto's going to die?" she asked. "Huh, for a second there you sound like you were worried," said Naruto. "Well, you are my teammate even though you're a baka. And our team will be short in one man if you die. So don't get a big head." "Whatever you say, bitch." As Sakura glared at him. "Well, let's get rid of the poison before it reaches my system, now shall we?" he said, as he pulled a kunai and drive it right in his hand. Sakura's eyes went wide. What'd you just do?" she said. Even Kakashi was surprised. Naruto didn't even flinch once. He just drove the kunai in his hand. Who exactly was this kid? In all regards, he doesn't act like a kid at all. He acts like a well-toned ninja who's used to the ninja world. And that is just strange. As Sasuke turned back and narrowed his eyes. "Well then," Naruto says, he ripped out the kunai and made the poison leak out. As he started to bandage his hand, he then tested his hand out. "Should be fine soon," he said, as he walked over. "Alright, demon brother. Hurry up and talk. Who sent you, he said, acting like he didn't know. I'm not gonna tell you anything, brat. Oh really now, said Naruto as he looked over at the other brother. You know your brother's unconscious. One quick slash and I can make him die in his sleep. Which one do you prefer? Giving up a small piece of information that will save the both of your life, or that I make you watch your brother die? You're bluffing. You're just a kid. Just a stupid, arrogant kid that caught me off guard. But that won't happen next time, because I'll get free and kill you. Oh, I'm bluffing, am I? Naruto raised his hand up as he placed on his blade. Do you really think I'm bluffing, he said. Miyai's under his eyes. Who the hell was this kid? Why did he feel like the kid was going to kill him? No, he's just a kid. Kids are trained, but they're not trained to kill at this age. Naruto pulled his blade and drive it towards Gozu. Stop, because he yelled. As Naruto stopped his blade an inch away from Gozu's face. Fine. We were hired by Gato to kill that man over there, the bridge builder. Just don't kill my brother. Ah, easy enough, Naruto said as he patted Miyai on the head. Good boy. As he shaded back his blade. Kakashi sighed. The Hokage told him to watch over Naruto and his behavior. It seems like he was right to think that something was up. Because this kid is no kid. From what he can tell, something has drastically changed him. He's not acting, talking. He does nothing of a kid. Looking at this boy, he could only see a trained, well-trained ninja ready for anything. And that shouldn't be a possibility right now. But hearing that piece of information, Kakashi turned towards Tazuna, who was sweating bullets. Gato, as in Gato Shipping Company. Well, that's enough out of you, said Naruto, as he chopped Miyai's in the back of the neck, as Miyai's head slumped down. As Naruto and the others turned towards Tazuna, Tazuna lowered his head. What is going on, Tazuna? Asked Kakashi. As Tazuna was shaking a bit. I lied, he said. What was that? Asked Kakashi. I lied. As Kakashi looked at him with narrow eyes. Explain. Now, he said. About 10 minutes later, Tazuna was now sitting on the ground. I beg you, if you don't help me, he will kill my family. With no one there to protect them, or to help me while I build this bridge, I will most likely get killed before I even reach the Wave Village. So I'm pleading with you. I know I lied about the mission. We just didn't have the money to supply the mission. So please, I'm begging you, he said, looking up at the group. Sakura looked down as she was sad. Kakashi told them that if they continue this mission, they will have to face a lot more dangerous shinobis. But if she abandoned these people, what good was she to leave them behind and suffer? But was she really ready for a mission like this? Was she really ready to face off against dangerous shinobis? Just a minute ago she froze up, having seen those two ninjas burst out of the water. But luckily the others, well, Naruto did everything. What if she went in a real battle? She would surely die, right? No, she couldn't do this. As she looked over at Sasuke with a determined look on his face, as he was thinking to himself, yes, this is the right mission for Uchiha. This will prove that I'm not a useless kid. I'll show to everyone that I am Sasuke Uchiha, and I'll get stronger. This by proving that I'm well able to take care of a few missing ninjas. And then I'll come for you, brother, he said as he clenched his fist tight. Well, I'm going, said Sasuke. Tazuna looked at him. Oh, thank you, he said, as Kakashi sighed. He shook his head as he looked over at Sakura. Sakura was having an inner battle with herself, but she looked over at Kakashi, and then looked over at Sasuke. Fine, she said, even though her hand was shaking. I'm going too. We will help you protect your home, Tazuna, she said. As that made Tazuna even more happy. Alright, one more, said Kakashi, as he looked at Naruto. Well, I'm not going, Naruto said. I'm going back home. You lied about the mission, old man, so if you die, that's not my fault. As Naruto turned and walked away, the group was caught off guard by that. Until he started to chuckle. I'm just kidding, he said. Come on, look at your face. Lively up, of course I'm going. I'm gonna kill this Gato for you, and free your village. How does that sound? That sounds wonderful, said Tazuna. Thank you, he said. Kakashi sighed, knowing that his team was with this, and he couldn't just let them go alone. Fine. But once everything is up and running, we'll have to set up another payment system, so you have to pay for the remainder of this upgraded A-rank mission. It will be done, said Tazuna. Alright then. I guess we're going. As Tazuna smiled brightly. Thank you all, he said, as he gave them a bow of gratitude. And with that they headed off. A few hours later, thank you again, Kenji, said Tazuna as they got off the boat. As they got off the boat, they looked around. I can hardly see anything up ahead, said Sakura, as there was a lot of fog around. Kakashi looked at Naruto, as he noticed Naruto was scanning, looking around everywhere. Is everything okay? He asked Naruto. Well, I just feel like something's going to happen here. Something rather bad. You can't see it, right? Just think about it. Have you ever watched a scary movie, and when the group step into a foggy place, or someplace dark, they always get attacked? Well, I hardly doubt that our life can be compared to a movie. Who knows, Naruto said. As Sasuke looked around, wondering what the dope was going on about, Kazuna was also looking around. They then heard rustling in a bush. All of them looked over as a white rabbit came out. Kakashi looked at the rabbit. This is strange. They aren't supposed to be this color in this time of season. 3, 2, 1, said Naruto to himself. Get down, said Kakashi, as all of them ducked down to the ground. Kakashi tackling Tazuna down. A large blade came overhead and stabbed right into the tree. So all of them looked up to see someone flash on the hilt of the blade. I must say I never thought that they would bring you along. Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi looked up to the hearing of his name, as he was surprised. He quickly took a defensive stance. And to see you here, I am quite disappointed in you, Zabuza. Is this what you're up to now? Asked Kakashi. I heard about your failed attempt of trying to assassinate Mizukage. So have you turned into a normal bandit now? Working for a scum like Gato. Ah, so you know about him. Well, this kind of work pays good money. And in this ninja world you need money to survive, right? I guess you're right. But the thing is, you've caught me in a bad time because it is my mission to protect this man. And I'm afraid I can't let you lay a single finger on him. Well then, we'll have to see about that, shall we? Hey, no eyebrows, said a voice. As the group turned, as he saw someone in the mist. As Zabuza turned and glared, what the hell did you just call me? Well, if you're gonna be talking and acting like the big shot, and not even introducing your partner, we're not partners. You're just someone else he hired. That's... I'm not killing at the moment, so I suggest you watch your tongue. Oh really now, said a voice. As the group watched as someone stepped out of the mist. He had long black hair, with 2 bangs going down his face. He was wearing bandages wrapped around his shoulders, coming right at his elbow. He was wearing grey pants, as he had on a black coat over that was sleeveless. On his back was 2 swords, strapped tightly, and he was wearing black sandals. He had black eyes, and large eyebrows. Kakashi was taken aback by this. Zabuza was an S-rank criminal. Looking at the person standing there, he was also an S-rank criminal. Reiga, one of the 7 ninja swordsmen as Zabuza. On his back was the twin Kiba blades that are known for their lightning discharge. Reiga looked forward. Well, it's your fault, acting like you're the superior one here. You know I'm here as well, he said, looking at Zabuza. Keep on talking to me like that, and I'll cleave off your head, and you won't be here anymore. Big talk coming from you. You think you have the power to beat me? You know I was always a stronger out of the 2 of us in 7 ninja swordsman. Who gave you that delusional state in your mind? Seeing that they were talking, Kakashi looked at his team. You guys need to get out of here. Grab Tazuna and run. What? Said Sasuke. Are you kidding? Kakashi turned and gave him a harsh glare. Sasuke, this is no time for your superiority crap. Listen to me now. Sakura, the 3 of you need to get out of here. I need you to get Tazuna and run. But Sensei, if we leave they would kill you alone. Our mission is to protect Gato. I told you what was going to happen when we take this mission. And I'm afraid that these two are just way above your guys' leagues. They are nothing like Demon Brothers. Both of them are A-rank missing ninjas. And I can't allow you guys to be caught up in this. So you need to run. Get out of here. Hey, Reiga! As Reiga turned, Kakashi sighed. What the hell was Naruto thinking? So you know me, said Reiga, looking at the kid. Well, for a kid your age to know me, I must be becoming quite famous. Do you know Zabuza as well? Yeah, said Naruto. As Zabuza looked at Reiga, you're not that famous. Well, it doesn't matter, said Reiga. So what is it, kid? Are you giving up or something? Oh, not in the slightest. I was just wondering. You were mocking Zabuza about his not having eyebrows, so why don't you give him some of yours? I mean, you have a lot to spare. Reiga gritted his teeth in anger, which made Zabuza chuckle a bit. You rotten kid. Who do you think you're talking to? You know my name, but do you know who exactly am I, kid? Yeah, I'm Missing Ninja, and also one of the former 7 Ninja Swordsmen. Am I right? And to be frank, aren't you like the weakest on the team? Reiga clenched his fist. I suggest that you shut your mouth before I chop you up into little pieces, kid. Oh, the weakest of the group think he can kill me, huh? Well then, why don't you give it a shot? Naruto, said Kakashi. Be quiet. As Kakashi was a bit pissed off. What the hell was Naruto thinking? Now, they're going to focus on him and try to kill him. Naruto gave Kakashi a smile. Just watch yourself, Sensei, and don't get caught. Hey you two, Naruto said, looking at the both of them, Sakura and Sasuke. Do you think you can protect the bridge builder? I mean, I know the both of you are really worthless, but you can do that, right? Sakura looked at Naruto, wondering what Naruto was thinking. He can't be delusional enough to fight those guys, right? Even Kakashi-sensei was worrying about them. As Sasuke clenched his fist, who the hell do you think you are, dope? Oh, the guy that's gonna save your ass, he said. Huh, do you really think that you can take them on yourself? You are nothing. I'm the only one here that stand a chance besides Kakashi-sensei. I am a Uchiha after all. Why do you think that saying that you're Uchiha makes you strong? I never really got that about you. You know what, we don't have time for your dumb monologue. Naruto felt a shift in the air. Naruto, said Kakashi, as Rika was right behind him. As Rika smirked. So what do you have to say now, kid? Surprised at my speed? Well, you are kinda fast, but not as Zabuza, right? Zabuza chuckled. He got you there, Reiga. As Reiga clenched his fist, as he pulled back his fist, he thrust it forward, but Naruto simply jumped back. I must say, you're slower than I thought. Zabuza, why did Gato even hire this guy? I mean, he's worthless. Reiga clenched his fist. You know, kid, I don't even know. He probably just hired him for him to get himself killed or in the way. As Zabuza just chuckled some more and Naruto laughed as well. The others were looking at this strange sight. Despite being enemies, they were just laughing and goofing around, while Reiga was getting pissed as he pulled both of his blades. Kakashi, knowing that Reiga was getting serious, jumped in front of Naruto as he blocked the Kiba blades. Well, I suppose it's time that we end this. You know what, kid? Because I think that you're cool, I won't kill you. But I'll still have to kill the bridge builder. Well, that's where you have it wrong. You see, I can't allow you to kill him. He's kind of under my protection. And those two are my teammates, so I can't allow you to kill them either. Oh, you care about your friend, said Zabuza. Oh, no, not really, it's gonna be a real hassle to get new teammates right now, you see. Seeing that most of the academy students are already split up. Sakura clenched her fist. The way he talks is it's like he doesn't even care about them if they live or die. As she looked towards Tazuna, she pulled her kunai and she placed it in front of her chest, holding it tight. She would be useful, she would protect Tazuna. As Sasuke stepped forward, Zabuza started to laugh. You know, you're really something else. But it's time I show you that you won't be able to stop me. Clashes were heard as Kakashi started to clash with Reiga. Get the hell out of my way, said Reiga as he swung his blades towards Kakashi. Kakashi had to duck as lightning burst from them, going straight through the mist, going on for a bit of a distance. The place was filled with mist after that, becoming quite dense that it was hard for anyone to see. Reiga's eyes then became narrowed. After numerous of years training and being in this mist, he could see quite well. As Sasuke and Sakura looked around, it was then that a heavy, killing intent fell on their shoulders. Kazuna went down to one knee. Sasuke was finding it hard to breathe as Sakura went down to both of her knees as she collapsed on her hands. As Zabuza's voice chuckled through the area. Well, your teammates are barely standing, but I'm surprised. You haven't even flinched. Hey Kakashi. Kakashi has separated from Reiga as he looked over. You must be giving this kid special training, right? Look at the others. They're barely standing, but this kid hasn't even flinched once. Kakashi was also surprised. Yet again, this showed that Naruto was no ordinary kid. He hasn't even flinched by the killing intent. He really had his eyes closed, not even moving. It was then that his body started to hum. As Zabuza widened his eyes to see actual chakra coming off the boy's body, it was visible. What the hell is this kid, said Reiga. As Kakashi was also surprised, Naruto released his chakra out in a wave as all of the mist was blown away from them. As Zabuza kept on pumping chakra in the mist, but Naruto chakra overwhelmed it. As it also pushed away Zabuza's killing intent, surprising Zabuza even more. He was well skilled at the art of secret killing, but this kid just pushed away his greatest advantage. As Sakura, Kazuna, and Sasuke released a sigh of relief. They could now breathe clearly, and they could see everything clearly. Reiga stepped forward. You know, you're something else. Naruto pulled both of his blades. That I've been told, he said. But I'm not really into guys, so don't give me a compliment, you're my enemy. What? Said Reiga. I'm not into guys either, and besides, you're a kid, so don't group me in with that crowd. Well, you just gave me a compliment. We're not friends. We're gonna be fighting to death now, and you're giving me a compliment. That's really weird. You know, he's right, Reiga, said Zabuza over to the distance. Shut it, Zabuza, said Reiga. You're mine, said Reiga as he pointed at Naruto. There you go again with the gay comments. Why do you want me to be yours? I told you I'm not into guys. As Reiga's eyebrow twitched. As Naruto looked at Kakashi. Why don't you handle Zabuza? I'll handle this guy. It seems that he wants me that badly. But don't worry, I won't give him my body that quickly. He will have to fight me for it. As Kakashi looked at Naruto, this isn't time for joking. This is a dangerous thing that you're going to go up against. He's a S-rank missing nin. And I can't just allow you to take him on by yourself. Well, you can't take on two enemies at once, said Naruto. So, the best thing for you to do right now is to lift that headband of yours up, show your Sharingan, and go over there and beat the crap out of Zabuza. And do it quickly so you can give me backup. What do you think about that plan? Kakashi looked at Naruto. Well, Naruto was living with Yujiro, and Yujiro did call him senpai because he trained her, so he wasn't surprised that Naruto knew about his Sharingan. He looked over at the other two. Naruto was the only one not affected by the killing intent. Sakura or Sasuke cannot stand up to Reiga. He released a sigh. He knew if anything happened to Naruto, Yujiro would kill him, despite everything, so just defend yourself. And don't go in reckless. Just give me enough time to deal with Zabuza and then I'll help you right away. Do you understand? Yeah, said Naruto, you have nothing to worry about. As he pulled both of his blades. As Kakashi nodded, he lifted up his headband showing his Sharingan. With speed that surprised everyone, Kakashi moved off. Zabuza was just fast enough to block the kunai from ripping right through his chest. Huh, it seems like you're not playing around. Well, I won't either, said Zabuza with a grunt, as he pushed back Kakashi. As he swinged his blade wildly. Well, let's begin, shall we, he said, as the both of them started to clash. Meanwhile, Naruto and Reiga were circling each other, as Reiga had his twin Kiba blades pulled. Huh, so you're a dual blade user like me, huh? Well then, let's see if they have been teaching you right at that village. Konoha, is it? Well, can't you see? As Naruto pointed his headband on his waist. Yes, the village hidden in the leaf. The most powerful village. So in all the right of accounts, I'm stronger than you. Because you're from no village, right? That is not how it works, said Reiga. Huh, being funny only get you so far, you know that. Yeah, and being a weakling only gets you killed, said Naruto. Reiga was surprised when the kid vanished, as he looked around. You might be fast, but I'm still faster. My eyes have been gone through harsh condition of training. to find the slightest details, the slightest flaw in your step. You won't get passed through my Riga couldn't get to finish a sentence as a kick smashed into his back. He was sent sailing forward as he skid off the ground, picking up himself as fast as possible. Riga looked around. What the hell? He then saw a blur pass him. As Riga looked back around, the kid was gone. This was just right impossible, right? The kid shouldn't be able to move this fast. He's just a kid, for God's sake. What is going on? Something wrong, Riga? Said a voice. Riga spun around its twin blades as he thrust them forward, as the blades tear right through Naruto. Sakura's eyes went wide, but then Naruto smirked. Kaboom, he said. His entire body exploding, shocking Riga, but he was just fast enough to jump away. But his hand was caught in the explosion. Not so bad, but bruised up a bit. He cursed. Alright, boys. Give him hell, said a voice. It was then that hundreds of Naruto clones started to leap down from the bushes as they jumped from the trees, coming down at Riga. Riga thinking that they were going to explode at the first one. Hold his blade in an X motion. Lightning release. Senbon shower, he said, as he thrust the blades forward. It was then that the blades produced lightning on their own, as they fire out tiny lightning Senbons coming towards the clones. The first batch of clones used their back as the others jumped on it and flicked over the Senbons, as they came diving down, pulling kunais and shurikens as they launched them at Riga. One of the clones went through hand sign as they multiplied into hundreds. Riga's eyes went wide, but he spun violently, his body twisting so fast as the lightning started cracking around it, making him look like a tornado of pure lightning, as all the kunais and shurikens clashed against it, but they were sent flying away, right back into the clones, dispelling most of them. Riga then came to a stop when he noticed all the clones were dispelled. He looked around huffing a bit. This was the first time a kid, well, anyone has pushed him so quickly in a battle, and he hadn't gotten the first hand yet. Usually he cut down his opponents rather quickly, but now he was surprised. This kid was not only fast but cunning. As he looked around, couldn't see any sight of Naruto. Suddenly, he heard something behind him as he spun around, but he turned to see that it was a stone. But Riga then noticed there was a ceiling tag under the stone. Before he could move back though, his both blades were pulled down to the ground like they were being attracted towards the tag, making him lean over. It was then that Naruto flashed in front of him, as Naruto had his mask on his face. Sage mode activated as he pulled back his leg. Riga raised his hand, but that was a wrong thing to do as Naruto smashed his leg against it. Riga winced out in pain as inside of his hand, the bone snapped. As Naruto brought down his other leg to drive it right into Riga's chest, but Riga ducked Naruto's kick. But Naruto twisted his body as he brought his leg down. Riga was expecting that as Naruto smashed his leg right on Riga's shoulder, as Riga collapsed down to his knees with a great force. Naruto then brought down his fist to smash it in Riga's face, but Riga held on to one of his Kiba blades as lightning exploded from it, making Naruto have to flip away. As the lightning destroyed the ceiling tag, Riga held his broken arm. What the hell was that kid made out of? One kick and his arm was snapped. Riga then heard a cry of pain as he looked over to see Zabuza pinned towards a tree. Kakashi's hand was crackling with lightning. Knowing that he had to end the battle, Kakashi didn't hold back not even once, as Riga saw the dim situation that they were in. Despite everything, he needs Zabuza's help to kill these people. Seeing that one of the kids were already strong, and plus they have Kakashi, the man who has been known to copy over 1,000 jutsus. Riga grabbed his blades as he rushed forward, as Naruto was chasing after him. "You're not gonna get away that easily," he said. Just in time, Naruto pulled back his head, stopping, as Senbon needles passed him. Meanwhile, Haku was watching from a distance. Haku's eyes went wide. How? As Naruto snapped his head to the left, Haku flashed away. For a moment there, I forgot about him, Naruto thought to himself. It was then that Kakashi was rushing towards Zabuza. Several smoke bombs came down as they exploded right in front of him, stopping him in his tracks. As Haku landed right in the smoke, ripping out the kunais from the tree, lifting up Zabuza. "You are right to walk on your own." He looked over at Riga. Riga simply nodded. "Let's retreat for now. We can't win." And with that, all of them flashed away. Kakashi burst out of the smoke as he landed. As Naruto came up beside him. Looks like they're gone. Retreating for now. You really did mess up that Zabuza guy. I guess you won't hold him back. Good on you, Naruto said. Naruto said Kakashi. Yeah? Catch me. As Kakashi fell over, but Naruto catch him just in time. It seemed like you worn yourself out, Sensei. But at least you did mess up Zabuza a lot, so he wouldn't be coming back for now. Well, at least, we can rest for the time being. But you did good as well. To be able to hold off a A-rank missing nin on your own. I'm proud of you, he said. You did a good. Kakashi passed out before he could finish his sentence. Yeah, he was really exhausted. Overusing the Sharingan. As Naruto held onto his headband and brought it over the Sharingan. Summoning a few clones, they propped up Kakashi as Naruto placed his swords on his back. Sakura was just shocked, witnessing Naruto taking on an A-rank missing ninja. That Kakashi said that was strong. Sasuke was fuming with jealousy and hatred inside his heart right now. How was a dope able to do things like that? As Tazuna had a smile on his face. You guys won, he said. Yeah, for now, said Naruto. But they will be coming back. Don't doubt that. Yeah, I suppose so, said Tazuna. But for now we can relax and get your sensei back into fighting condition. He needs rest. Come on, I'll take you to my house. As Naruto nodded and started to walk off with Tazuna. Sasuke, can you come in? Asked Sakura. Sasuke didn't say anything as his fists were clenching tight. Couldn't believe that he was totally useless right there. If he couldn't stand up to these guys, how will he ever defeat Itachi? How will he ever bring his brother to justice and put his clan back on top? How will he do that? He shook his head and started to walk off. Moments later, Naruto and the others came up to a 2-story house. As Tazuna knocked on the door. It's me, Tazuna said. As the door cracked open slightly. Seeing the person there, Tsunami opened the door wide. She hugged him. Father, you're back, she said. As she checked him over. And okay, she said, a smile on her face. Well, that's all because of these guys, he said, looking behind him. As Tsunami looked. Oh, triplets, she said. Seeing the 3 kids, looking similar. And there was the other 2, a girl with pink hair, and the other kid with black hair. Hey, my sensei is in a bad condition, said the real Naruto. Can we get him somewhere to rest? Oh yes, come with me, she said, as they went in the house. Hours later, Kakashi was propped up. As he was lying down, as Tsunami had placed a blanket over him, as he was on a futon. So what now? Asked Sakura. Those guys are gonna come back again. And what about next time? Well, I did manage to hurt Zabuza a lot, so I don't think that he'll be coming back soon. And that will give us time for me to rest. So I'll be able to take him down next time. And Naruto did, injured Reika. You even broke his arm. That was a surprise. How did you manage to do that? A lot of milk, said Naruto. As Kakashi chuckled a bit. You know, you're a strange kid. And incredibly powerful for your age. I must give you that. But you all did well today. And the 2 of you protecting Tazuna. I'm proud of you all. Sasuke scoffed. Don't lie. We did nothing at all. It was all you and Naruto. Don't give us praise when we don't deserve it. Well, our mission is to protect the bridge builder. So the both of you did well. Sasuke, don't down yourself. You did well. Sasuke didn't say anything, he just huffed. But Sensei, you and Naruto did the most. So I think the both of you should rest. Because without you two, we'd probably be dead. Sasuke glared at her. She was saying like if he was there, nothing will change. But thinking to himself now, he did freeze up. But it didn't matter. He was an Uchiha. He was Sasuke Uchiha. The next time he see that guy, he will end his life. There was no doubt about it. He will not lose no matter what. And he will never again let the dope show him up. He was a Uchiha after all. And the dope was nothing. Yes, that's right, dope is nothing. And he's a Uchiha, he thought to himself, as an arrogant smirk came on his face. Naruto yawned. You know what? I could get some sleep, he said. Oh, come with me, said Tsunami. I have a place where you 2 boys can get some rest, she said. As she looked over at Sakura. And you can get your own room. Naruto scoffed. It's not like she has a good body. Like we're gonna try and peep on her or anything. She isn't that hot. Well, she's not really hot at all. Sakura became red. What are you talking about, she said, as she was unsure how to respond to that, looking at Naruto. You heard what I said. She's gonna give you your own room because you're a girl. But you're not hot. To say that me and Sasuke are gonna do anything. And by the way, I'm sure that Sasuke is into guys, so yeah. I don't think that he will do— What? Said Sasuke. I'm not into guys, he said. Oh really? You're not? That's surprising news to me then. As Naruto yawned and walked off, leaving behind everyone fuming, Kakashi just sighed, seeing the two giving Naruto death glares, but he just walked off without a care in the world. Later that night, everyone was around the dinner table. After getting some good rest, Kakashi was back on his feet, but he wasn't 100%. But at least he wasn't walking with any crutches or anything. As a boy was at the table that they didn't see before, well, Naruto already knew who it was. It was Inari. Inari was looking at the Konoha ninjas with a curious eye, but he didn't say anything. So Kakashi-sensei, what are we gonna do now? Sakura asked. Well, I'm going to train the three of you, he said. Training, said Sasuke. Finally, after all this time, he's gonna get some more training. He really wanted it. He wanted to prove himself after all. And to do that, he needs to become stronger. Yes, I'm gonna be training three of you. Sakura clenched her fists, so next time we fight, we'll be able to help as well, she said. What does it matter? Said Inari. Huh? What was that? Said Sakura. I said what does it matter? Inari, said Tsunami. As Inari shook his head. It doesn't matter, Mom. You're going to die like everyone else. As Kazuna sighed, Kakashi narrowed his eyes at the boy. As Naruto was eating without a care in the world, not saying anything. As Inari looked at all of them. It doesn't matter what any of you do. You're all going to die. As he saw Naruto not paying him any mind, and for some reason it pissed him off. Stop eating, he said, as he looked at Naruto. Huh? Said Naruto looking up at him. You should just go home back to your fancy village and stop eating our food. We're not rich as you people. So go home back to your safe, fancy village before you die here like everyone else. Because no matter what, you will never beat Gato. Naruto put his food aside, so, you have no hope, huh? He asked. There is none, said Inari. Naruto got out of his chair as he walked around to the side of the table. So there is no hope, he asked. No, God is gonna kill us all. Oh, is that so? Reaching into his pouch, Naruto pulled out a kunai as he held Inari's hand. As he placed the kunai in his hand, hold that rather tight, he said. As he picked up the next kunai. Alright, there is no hope. So I'm gonna kill everyone here, okay? And after that, you kill me. And then you kill yourself. Everyone was taken aback by that statement. As Sakura got up, Naruto, be quiet, he said, looking at her with a stern glare as she shut her mouth. The last time she spoke up to him, he threw her off a roof, so she wouldn't say anything. Alright, Inari, I'll start first, okay? You say everything is useless and there is no hope. Alright, I'll kill your grandfather first, okay? So he cannot build the bridge and the wave will still suffer. As Naruto held the kunai up, as he started to walk forward, Inari stepped in front of him. No! You won't kill my grandpa, he said. You won't be killing anyone here. You love them, right? Said Naruto. Of course I do. But it's nothing, Naruto says. He grabbed the kunai from Inari. Look at me. The only time that everything is useless is when you have no one to protect. To protect? Said Inari. Yeah. I can tell that you have went through a lot. But you still have your mother and your grandfather. Despite that, they stand at your side. Your grandfather is doing his best so that he can build a bridge to get Gato the hell out of here. And plus, know that we're here to help him. And I promise you, I promise you, Inari, once I'm done with Gato, he will no longer be a problem. So all I need you to do is have faith. Can you have faith in your mother? Inari nodded slowly. Can you have faith in your grandfather then? Inari nodded slowly. So then, have faith in us. We won't die, we won't fail. We will get rid of Gato. I promise you that. Naruto held out his hand. So what do you say? Have a little faith, huh? Inir was unsure, but he looked up at Naruto. It was strange. Since Gato got here, the courage, the faith, everything was falling apart, but now, this kid, Inir was confused. Why was he still going? Despite knowing how strong Gato was. Was he really gonna save them? Was he really gonna help to save them? Was that even possible? Meanwhile that was going on, at the hideout, Reiga winks in pain. Where's the rest of the ointments, he asks. I'm afraid I'm all out, said Haku. Damn it, said Reiga. That kid, I don't know what his leg is made out of. As Zabuza picked himself up off the bed, but Haku placed a hand on his chest. You need to rest, you're not well enough to get up yet. I will recover soon. Reiga, I'm gonna need you to heal fast. Oh, you don't have to worry about that, said Reiga. I underestimated that kid. The next time I see him, I'm gonna chop him to pieces. You don't have to worry about that. As he winks a bit, don't worry, tomorrow, I'll get some more herbs to make the ointment. You should be fine soon. Thank you, Haku, said Reiga. As he flexed his arm a bit, but he then winks in pain. You shouldn't be moving it like that, idiot. He did a number on your arm with just one kick. Yeah, that kid was just something else. But it's just because I underestimate him. Next time, he will die, Reiga said. But guys, if you end this episode right here, if you want the next part of this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, no below, turn bell notifications stay posted. Remember to share with all of your friends in social media platform. But more for now, see you guys soon. Peace.